So I suppose this is recording now. Hi, my name is Jonathan Swan, and I'm going to be doing what is it called? I don't know what it's called. A review. That's what it's called. It's called a review of Hiragana Pro and Katakana Pro. Now, I did one of these a long time ago, but since then, the creator of this thing has pulled them from the Google Play Store, then put it back, then did fundraisers, lost all interest, hated the entire fanfare behind Japan and Japan's culture, and his heart simply was not in it, as we can see and hear in this place. Hello, my name is GERSON Luca. I suppose his name is GERSON Luca, and he is the developer of Hiragana Pro and Katakana Pro. Long story short, my heart is not in it anymore. The Japanese language or society's infatuation with either of these things. And he decided to unpublish Hiragana Pro and Katakana Pro from the Google Play Store indefinitely. And with that being said, if you want to buy them, then you can contact him. Now, this is supposed to be a review of the applications, and we're going to get to that, but who doesn't like a cheap thing that's going to, get the job done? And the guy who made it is, well, completely transparent and an actual person. And because he went broke and because he basically got depressed, he was like, fuck all this shit, I'm dead, fuck you and you and you and you and you, and I probably should not cuss, this is supposed to get monetized. I think I watched enough videos to know that. I'll put a bleep there or something, probably not, but whatever. Yeah, Hiragana Pro, Katakana Pro, a little backstory behind these two things. Hiragana, this one on your right, and Katakana, the one on your left, are two of the four writing systems that the Japanese language uses. Hiragana is these ones over here on the left. There are 46 of both, and these are used for Japanese words. So, for example, what is one of them? Neko. Cat. Neko. Or whatever, right? There are variants of them. These are not diphthongs. These ones are diphthongs, not called diphthongs. Actually, I don't know what they're called. Combination sounds as best as I can find. Combinations of letters which make combined sounds, right? And then there's variants which are diacritics. That's what these are, in fact, diacritics, but more specifically called dakuten and handakuten. They're called, in which the same symbols take a different sound for either voiced or non-voiced. So let's say ga, right here, and then there is ka, ga. The only difference is where is that the sound is made. So ka is right here in your mouth, right? Ka. And then ga is down here, ga, right? And so that's what those represent. Katakana on your left. That one is for all loan words. So any English names would be spelled with katakana. The word store, for example, would be in katakana. If somebody wanted to use, say, cat, which I'm not exactly sure how you would do that. It'd probably be katu. Anyway, that would be with katakana. This has nothing to do with kanji. I'm not even going to touch that shit. Stop cussing. I should probably stop cussing. But anyway, let's get on to the actual review of why you should spend 99 cents per application to learn Japanese, or at least put those first steps towards learning Japanese. Sorry for that 3-week hiatus in between that first part and this part, but we're finally getting to the review part of this review, which means I'm going to show all of you lovely listeners, watchers, since this is YouTube and not some random podcast that I might have, hashtag call me the addict, how these two applications work. The one on your right, Hiragana Pro, is what I'll be using to show the typed in star system, while the one on the right is what I'm going to use to show the multiple choice timed quiz type section. You'll see what I'm talking about in a moment. Now, if we come over here to your right, Hiragana Pro, along the bottom, you see four icons. This one here is to determine which game mode. We're going to leave this one on the on the star system. This one here determines how you're going to enter your answers, keyboard or the multiple choice. We're going to leave this one as multiple choice. This one allows you to choose the exact specifics of said game. You can choose how many stars you need to fill in that round, how many correct answers you have to get before you can move on, before really they enter review mode, which means they pop up periodically. Here you can choose which set of kana you want to select. Each one of these letters represents one of these rows. The basic vowels, a, I, U, O, E, a, I, U, E, O, and then each first letter following. Ka, sa, ta, na, ha, ma, ya, ra, wa, n. N is just the letter n, literally, and it just goes in between. It's the one exception to the syllabary, which is Japanese. We're gonna go ahead and hit play, and on both of the modes, it shows you the first time that one of the kana shows up what the correct answer is. So this is a, and then you hit this next button, I, U. I apologize if you can't hear it. U, E, O. And now I have to enter them myself. E is correct. You notice how the stars along the top begin to fill up. Oh. I was wrong. Oh my god. But you notice how it shook, turned blue, and then a star was subtracted. That means that you have to redo it just that many more times. This one is going to be E. No, it's not. It's U. Oh my god, I'm both stupid and not teaching you anything. U. I forgot everything, but that's not the point. The point is that this one is going to be O. This is A. And notice how it returned to teach me what the letter is because I technically don't have any stars at all for this. A. U. Here, it shows you what it is. U. And you have to do this sequentially until you fill up all 10 of these stars for all 46 of the selected kana. And that is Hiragana Pro's multiple choice, or typed whatever mode of whatever. And now, for the final part of this review, we're going to go ahead and use Katakana Pro on your left to show you how the multiple choice quiz works. The quiz basically just records how fast it takes you to get all of the correct answers for all of the kana. There's 46, remember that. So when you press play, when the quiz mode is selected, it does not show you, unlike the practice, it does not show you what the kana is for the first time. You have to choose yourself. And then it also records up here at the top, in the top right, how many you gotten correct and how many you gotten wrong. Remember, there's 46. You have to get through it all the way. This one is going to be This one is going to be she, because you use that one for my name. This one I believe is going to be re. Up top. Oh, I got it wrong. But you notice how it changes up here in the right side. This one, if I remember correctly, it's been quite a while. I'm gonna say fu. Anyway, and this one is going to be wa. And this one is going to be eh. Oh, yo, I should have known that. Anyway, this one is oof. Yeah, this one is eh. Oh, I remember the key. This one is gonna be ha. Oh, gee, this is so. Oh, cool. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and not even rush through this because the point of this is once you get to, and also record your time. I'm exiting out, and then upon exiting out, it pauses it, and it allows you to see exactly how far you've gotten. I've gotten 14 in. I've gotten 10 correct, 4 incorrect, and there's still 32 which I need to get through. The pros. Simply, he's transparent. He has a whole page where he lists his development tasks, goals, etc., and it goes all the way back to March. And he also has his coffee page where he both posts about his personal life and releases his ideas, things that the users of such an app need to stay up to date on what was being required of them, whether they need to pay some more money, whether there's going to be a subscription, and how he's going to make it worth doing all of that. And now for the cons. I personally would have enjoyed being able to use the keyboard that I have on my phone, the Japanese keyboard. I think it's kind of 9 key because of the way that you select the kana, but you can't do that. There is an onboard keyboard and it's Latin, so they want you to connect the Japanese to the English, where I would have liked an option to go from the English to the Japanese. It's always easy to revert back than to go forward, if that makes any kind of sense. And which apps that you should use in conjunction with these Hiragana and Katakana Pro? I would say for the alphabet, purely for the alphabet and for vocabulary, definitely go with drops. It's kind of artistic in the way that it teaches you, and it teaches you one by one. I would also say for at those very, very beginning levels, definitely go with Duolingo, which also teaches you the syllabary in its own special kind of way. We'll get to those two eventually. In terms of vocabulary, once you have learned the kana well enough to be able to recognize and to reproduce and to come up with them on your own, that's the key, on your own, go with Memrise. Memrise, MEMRISE.com.